In psychology, the term dark triad is used to describe three harmful personality traits: narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy. People with high levels of all three traits can be especially dangerous, as these traits are linked to manipulation, lack of empathy, and selfish behavior. While we all may show some of these tendencies sometimes, people who embody the dark triad are more likely to hurt others for their own gain. In this video, we'll look at narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy, and explain why these personalities are so dangerous. The three faces of the dark triad. The dark triad isn't an official psychiatric diagnosis, but rather a group of personality traits that can lead to toxic behavior. Let's take a closer look at each trait. Narcissism, the self-absorbed ego. Narcissism is characterized by excessive self-focus, a need for admiration, and a disregard for the feelings of others. Narcissists believe they are superior to others and entitled to special treatment, often manipulating others to maintain their image. They may seem self-assured, but their behavior is driven by deep insecurity. While a certain level of self-confidence is normal, narcissists take it to the extreme, finding it difficult to take responsibility for their mistakes or consider the needs of others. Machiavellianism, the master manipulator. Machiavellianism is a personality trait where people are cunning, calculating, and prioritize personal gain above all else. Named after the political theorist Niccolo Machiavelli, this trait involves using manipulation and deceit to gain power and control. Machiavellians are cold and pragmatic, often forming relationships only when it benefits them. Unlike narcissists, they are less focused on admiration and more on achieving their goals, regardless of the ethical implications. Psychopathy, the cold-hearted operator. Psychopathy is the most dangerous of the three traits. Psychopaths are characterized by a lack of empathy, guilt, or remorse. They are charming, charismatic, and often skillfully use these qualities to manipulate others. Psychopaths are impulsive and risk-takers, with little regard for the consequences of their actions. They can cause significant harm to those around them, acting without fear of reprisal and with no concern for the well-being of others. How do these traits show up in everyday life? People with strong dark triad traits can thrive in environments where manipulation and exploitation are rewarded, such as in politics, business, or competitive workplaces. They often use charm and intelligence to climb the career ladder, but once they gain power, their true nature emerges. Their relationships are usually superficial and selfish, with little regard for the feelings of others. In personal relationships, people with these traits may initially appear loving and attentive, but later reveal their controlling, manipulative side. They may use tactics like gaslighting or emotional abuse to maintain their dominance. In professional settings, they may manipulate colleagues or break the rules to gain an advantage, often creating a toxic atmosphere. The dark triad's broader impact on society can be quite significant. More broadly, the presence of dark triad traits in leaders and influencers can have serious consequences. People with these traits are more likely to engage in unethical or even criminal activity, often justifying their actions by their desire for success or power. This behavior can destabilize entire organizations, governments, or communities. Research has shown that people with dark triad traits are more prone to lying, cheating, and engaging in morally questionable actions. Their lack of empathy allows them to exploit others without concern for the harm they cause. In leadership positions, these individuals can manipulate entire teams or societies, prioritizing their own goals over the common good. The signs of a dark triad personality can be subtle, but it's important to recognize them. Recognizing someone with dark triad traits can be difficult, as they often skillfully hide their true nature. However, here are some red flags to watch out for. 1. Lack of empathy. They show little to no concern for the feelings of others. 2. Manipulative behavior. They frequently deceive or exploit others for personal gain. 3. Grandiosity. Narcissists display an inflated sense of self-importance. 4. Risk-taking and impulsivity. Psychopaths act without thinking about the consequences. 5. Unreliability. People with dark triad traits are often unable to maintain trusting, genuine relationships. In conclusion, safeguarding against the dark triad is essential for preserving your well-being. Understanding and recognizing the traits of narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy is crucial for protecting yourself from those who exhibit the dark triad. Setting boundaries, maintaining a healthy level of skepticism, and avoiding interactions with manipulative individuals can help preserve your emotional and mental well-being. While the dark triad can be a fascinating psychological concept, its real-world consequences are serious. Knowing how these traits manifest and impact relationships can help you navigate challenging situations with greater awareness, allowing you to avoid falling prey to their manipulative tactics.